Alright, there we are. Hello, everybody.
Hello!
Welcome back to more Persona 5.
Yeah!
Finally taking on this palace that I got teased, what, 3 palaces ago now?
It got teased in October of the game, which is around Okumura's palace. So, more than that, even. You're looking at about 4 palaces ago.
Okumura?
Yeah,
No.
because you had...
Yeah, after Okumura is...
Yeah, and this gets teased in October of the game year.
Yeah. Who came after Okumura?
Was
that not Shido? Was there something between them?
No, Sai.
Sai, right, Sai, then Shido.
Then Galdamelt's.
Yeah.
By the way, your PNG is still,
Oh, it is broken. God damn it. Okay.
And it's black.
It is. Yeah, hold on.
That's a return problem that we don't like seeing.
Yeah, I think I remember how to fix it though. Hold on. It was doing so good for so long. Something happened. It was fine the other day when I was streaming.
Aprestigo, hello! Aprestigo is excited. And Coffee Boy is also here. Hello!
Hello.
But yeah. Apologies, by the way, if I sound a little more low energy today. It's been one of those days.
Yeah, you're good. PNG.
Raven said, there's a joke to be made that Sunny was an hour late to stream by AZ conventions.
Yep.
Not wrong.
This one done.
And Raven also said time for the Funny Palace. Yeah, I like this palace a lot. I don't know if it's necessarily my favorite palace. I would need to sit and think on that. There's a lot of good palaces in this one. Yeah, your PNG tuber was really big for a minute, so
yeah.
He's huge!
What was it? Transform. Flip horizontal. Hey, there we go. And then just kind of tuck myself in here. Down here. That looks about right. Okay. Alright, there we go.
Alright, now we're good.
Bring this one up. Bring this one up first. Cool, alright. Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Raven's other comment though, I think this palace is my favorite background music of all the palaces.
It's already it's already very, very soothing to listen to. I like it.
It's easily my favorite of the of all the palace themes. This one.
Alright. Let's get it going.
Presty goes vibrating with excitement. We do have a catchy.
Yep, yeah we do.
And I already teased you the best part about this segment.
Oh god. Yeah, the fact that he's gonna be the navigator.
Navigator and catchy. Navigator and catchy.
God.
It's great.
Oh!
Yeah.
Okay, that's a crazy first chest. Hate that. Anyways.
This place feels different than it did last time.
That was a few months ago, wasn't it? There could have been a change of heart since then. Do you remember how far you went in last time? I don't know why I'm leaning English. I've been playing too much Metaphor.
I think it was just beyond that door. That's where Senpai came to help me.
I see. So you're only familiar with the area close to the entrance.
Now,
let's keep going.
Coffee Boy asked, "Are you ready?"
Never ready. Is this treasure?
And also said,
That's treasure.
currently giving the cats their food. Aww! Yeah, they deserve their food. Since I stayed at the office a bit later today than usual, my Zini had to, suffice with another dosage of dry food today.
I know I could have gone and checked out the door, but I feel like the game wants me to come up here still. Because last time I think that door was locked. Oh, maybe not then. Okay. Hi, security camera.
Massive thing, isn't it?
Yeah. What is it? This button. Oh, there is still a jump down here. Oh, climb. Okay. Jump down over here. Oh, slide down.
There There are so many people here. This is definitely different from the last time.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome, and thank you for coming, patients.
Patience.
You will be guided to one of our specialty care facilities, according to your individual desires.
Hmm.
We will assist each and every one of you. Rest assured, everyone can become happy.
Hmm.
Should you have any questions about the facilities, feel free to bring them to our staff members nearby.
What a strange announcement. Become happy?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of place is this?
Okay.
Coffee Boy asked if I wanted to tell you the joke that he sent me earlier, so I don't see why not. How many potatoes does it take? Hold on, wait. Let me make sure I actually got this one right. Right. I'm realizing I don't remember the full joke off of my head. Okay, yeah. How many potatoes does it take to kill an Irishman?
What the fuck? I don't know how many.
0.
Oh, God. That took me a second. Jeez.
Yep.
What? I'm like trying to get a clue from just things around.
Of what this place is supposed to be?
Yeah. Because it's weird, because there's a lot of symbology of love with the hearts and the doves. Doves can also represent peace, but it also looks like a temple, and people get married at temples. They
were just talking about happiness.
And they were just talking about happiness, yeah. But happiness can also be associated with peace. And then there's just bowls of fruit around as well, and people selling things, and then it is the new year as well, which makes it feel like, I don't know. Yeah. Wacky.
Raven said, all the souls yelled about the race with the Thanos snap. And Prestigo said, also, if you want to hear some funny stuff when in battle, just flip through the battle tactics for Ketchy, and you'll hear him say some funny lines.
Gotcha.
By the way, Ketchy isn't the only good thing about Semester 3. He's just my little sprungy, so I can't shut up about him. No, I'm really on that. What is this about? I don't recognize any of these words.
It looks like a summary of research results. I bet you can decipher it, Joker. It looks like it has to do with the mind, for sure. Happiness, cognitive science. Oh, no. Okay. This is very much leaning towards Maruki. Okay. If I said his name right. It's been a minute.
Those geysers. You aren't among those who desire salvation.
Raven said, clearly Wakaba Ishiki's palace, of course.
No. She's... It's her research, but it's not her. Take us to your... yeah, no, we have business here. We're not aliens. We have business here.
Leave. You are unwanted intruders. Do not disturb our Lord's research. This world's salvation.
The language of a shadow is a hint into its ruler's ideology. This one sounds rather cultish, for example.
Mm-hmm. Did I fucking call that Maruki would end up in this kind of a situation if he got his hands on the cognitive field? Because that was genuinely just pure shot in the dark. I just caught a vibe and went with it.
Sorry, but we're going to pass through there now.
That was so early on, too.
Based on peons like yourself.
Why do you willingly strive for self-suffering? Why are you reaching out to your own pain?
Yoshizawa-san, you can do
Cowboy
this,
said,
right?
what? No, you're just imagining stuff. And Raven said Maruki would never. He only wants to help people. He's just a therapist.
But that's exactly what I was going off of. It's like, it's cool that you want to help people, but what he was describing at that point was playing God, and that's not right. Just because we killed one god does not open the door for another one to step in. No. That seat is supposed to remain empty. Leave it.
Also, in response to the shadow, Cowboy said suffering leads to progress at times. Too much baby proofing won't allow growth.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. In order to grow, you need to make mistakes. You need to experience both negative and positive. Otherwise, the positive won't mean anything. Yeah.
It'll be too much trouble to go about this haphazardly. I'll provide the support. Look at this scum pile up. Fine by me. Time for a bloodbath.
Nice.
It's been quite a while. Nothing gets me quite as excited as this.
Akechi-san.
Oh, yep, here's his real side.
Now, time to obliterate them.
Okay, Exodia.
All right.
Yoshizawa's caught off guard.
Oh,
so
yeah.
hard right now.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so he is just Curse. Okay.
And Almighty.
Yeah.
Raven said a therapist using cognitive science to try to remove everyone's suffering? Nah, couldn't be.
Oh, and she's
and
blessed.
Coffee Boy
Okay.
said introducing Macabre? I think that's their name. To which Raven did confirm that that's their name. I also absolutely mispronounced that. I know I did. I know that's not how it's pronounced.
How is it spelled?
Macabre.
Oh, I believe that's French. I think it's pronounced macabre.
Macabre.
Macabre?
Macabre.
I don't know.
Fucking French, man.
Yeah.
Macabre. There's an R! There's an R right there, French!
But it's French.
It's fucking French, man.
The alphabet doesn't exist. Don't worry about it.
Right, Prestigo said, I love this little edgelord. Referencing Akechi. And Coffee Boy said, sounds Jekyll and Hyde. Totally.
Very.
Absolutely.
I think we handled that rather well, didn't we? Especially considering the last minute arrangement of our team and all. Yoshizawa-san?
Yes. So that shadow, it said something about research.
She is mildly terrified now.
And also something about pain.
It mentioned salvation as well. All this seems to indicate that the palace's ruler is not in his or her right mind. Oh?
A card for the door?
I seem to have found a map to this
Okay,
place.
map.
Let's make good use of it.
So I've only shared pleasantries with Akechi-san. Would you say this is how he normally is? Like a ruthless sort of person.
I mean, he is a murderer, so yes. Just everyday Akechi.
I see.
What say we save the idle chatter for later and keep moving? Unless teaming up with a ruthless sort of person is too much for you to handle.
Ah, shut up, mosquito head.
Looks like we're busted.
Alright.
Raven said, Sunny already sucks at English, French is too powerful for her. And yes. Actually, yes. Like, every time I come across a French word, I sit there and try to pronounce it, and I'm wrong.
English
Single time.
English stole French's letters, and now French doesn't know what to do with them. We took every single way to pronounce. We took every single way to pronounce different letters, and now French ran out, and so a lot of their letters are just silent.
I really hope you get inflicted with some status ailments while you're like a Catchy's navigator because it's so fun. Coffee Boy said, actually, Jekyll and Hyde could have worked well for him as a persona. Most people who have palaces aren't in the right mind, detective. And Raven said, Jekyll and Hyde would have been great if too on the nose. Loki being the trickster god that incited Ragnarok suits him really well, IMO.
Mm-hmm. Is this gun a blaster? Right, yeah, it is.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he still uses a blaster gun and a laser sword.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Yoshizawa looked like she had it like a hand cannon almost.
Excellent technique, Joker.
Like an older style pistol.
There's a safe room somewhere nearby.
Concussion.
Your true form.
Oh, I love him.
He's got them surrounded.
Deformed lion god, huh?
Coffee Boy said, so a Sith mosquito.
Yes. Yes. Exactly. Oh, hello, deformed lion god. Oh, wait.
Crush him.
Me, I'm sure we can talk this out. Oh, Joe Makaz, there we go. You're good with words. About as good as me. Me, remember now. Me, I'm not a shadow that belongs here. Me exist in the sea of souls of humans. Me, I'm Chimera. My power is your power. Use it how you want.
Prestigo suggested, remember to try the order thing if you want. Raven said, bro uses Bic lighters as ammunition too.
Yeah, I noticed that.
And Yoshizawa's is a lever action rifle. Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the closest one that I have seen to that is there's a gun in Fortnite that's called the Mammoth Pistol that I was kind of thinking of. But yeah, so no, it's lever action rifle is probably more the actual word for it. Since Fortnite just throws a bunch of buzz gun sounding words to name their weapons. This is my list. What's their stats? You? Yeah, get out of here.
Die.
Yep.
How many do you need?
I like that Akechi sounds almost hungry for them. Like, you have enough, let me have another.
Seriously, go through and try to get as many of the Akechi lines as possible. Some of them just really, really show that Akechi is kinda gay for Joker. There
Okay, that's
is
just
no
hideaway.
excuse for some of them.
It's a safe room. Shall we take a rest?
Alright, cool. Well,
Coffee Boy had to bid the cow a farewell.
oh.
Akechi getting second/Jenny!
I mean, that's kind of what it's like. That's what it sounds like for him, anyway.
What?
Hmm?
That voice. Look. No way.
Her dad, yeah. Oh, mourning over her dead sister. His daughter.
Everyone will be arriving soon. Mom, Grandma. Yes, she'll be here too. I'm sure she'll be here once she's able to calm down.
Is this in the past or is this now?
Why? Why?
This is in the past because his glasses aren't red.
Dad? Why?
That was your father in the video just now, wasn't it, Yoshizawa-san? And the one he was speaking to.
Sumire. My younger sister. Sumire Yoshizawa. I mentioned to you that I've lost a family member, right? But how was this video?
It's taken from your subconscious, yeah. Are you okay?
I'm sorry. I don't know what's been wrong with me lately. I've been getting this feeling like I need to remember something, but at the same time, I oughtn't remember it.
Can you still walk, Yoshizawa-san? Whatever it is that's happening, we have to keep going if we hope to learn more about it.
Yes. I'm all right. Let's go.
Hey. When was it that you said you became acquainted with Yoshizawa-san?
After transferring here.
I see. Anyway, let's move out. I suspect we still have a long way to go.
Raven said, fun fact, there was a lever-action rifle in Fortnite too. It's just that the perspective in P5R makes her rifle look less long. Also, Coffee Boy made the comment of Kasumi jump scare!
Yeah.
Raven continued with saying, Yoshizawa's lever-action rifle, the starting one, is a Winchester, a real level-action rifle in the United States. Big fun.
Okay.
Winchester is also the inspiration for the Winchester brothers' last name in Supernatural. Haha. Prestigo said, "We are letting our rabid dog off the leash in the metaverse for enrichment. Keeps his bloodlust down IRL." To which Raven quoting, "Socializing our Doberman."
Yeah, yeah.
And Coffee Boy said, "Also, I want to use a Ketchy mask as a puppet. I don't know why."
Yes. No, it looks like a puppet.
It kind of does. Like the bottom would like.
Yeah. Yeah. What does this be? Broken meter panel. Yep. Definitely more of a hospital-esque vibes now. Happiness and health. Okay. No one down the hallway. Good to go. Just security camera.
Still more cameras.
Yep. Dead surgical light. Okay. Operating
Alright,
room.
yeah, what's your final guess?
It's definitely a hospital of some kind.
This place isn't normal.
Alright, yeah, before continuing
What
on,
could
any
this
final
room be?
guesses? Because the reveal's coming up.
What am I guessing? Just what is the place?
Yeah, Palace Ruler and any other things that might be niggling at you that you want to take a shot at.
Palace Ruler is definitely gonna end up being Maruki.
Okay.
This place is definitely it's a hospital / mental health clinic. But with the guise of it being a temple dedicated to a god.
Okay.
Hence why the shadow was being very kind of cult-ish. The come and be happy announcement, everything like that. Very cult behavior. Just extreme escapism vibes. Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
I'm interested to know what triggered this. What did he get his hands on? I doubt the research went public at all. So I wonder what happened. Because he definitely got his hands on something big. To be able to bring the dead back to life in order to heal trauma. Yeah, okay. Is this voice? Yes. It seems like it almost like feeds on trauma, pulls it to the forefront, and then heals it. Because Kasumi is having a time right now.
Raven also made a comment. I do think that Maruki mentioned the research lab during his confidant stuff, but it was probably too long ago for the connection with that having its funding cut and being replaced with the stadium.
Oh, I didn't hear that it was getting replaced with. I don't remember him saying it was getting replaced with the stadium. That makes perfect sense then.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Yeah, then yeah, that would totally be it then, for sure. Yeah. Because I do remember him kind of going It was like the first real social link with him that wasn't just a therapy session. It was us at LeBlanc and just kind of talking. And he had mentioned what he would do with the power that the Phantom Thieves had. And it started setting off a bunch of red flags. I'm like, I don't want you to find out I'm a Phantom Thief, I think. I think you're the one person, and I don't want you to know. Because I don't want to answer those questions, I think. Yeah.
You seem to be in pain again. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
And this does kind of follow the pattern, if I'm correct in that the palace like senses pain or trauma and tries to pull it to the forefront to heal it and fix it. That follows suit with like a lot of medicinal solutions to a lot of illnesses. Is that whenever you treat something with medicine, it does end up getting worse before it gets better.
Okay.
It's just that
Then here's my question: why, if it's pulling out trauma, right? Why is it focused on Kasumi, but it's not doing anything to Akechi?
Because I feel like while Akechi does have trauma, I feel like he's still like it's interesting because Akechi is very fucking weird. He has accepted it almost. It's become a part of him. That's just who he is now. His trauma is him. Okay. Whereas Kasumi does still it still hurts her a little bit. Even when we were watching the video and she was trying to bring it up again, it still hurt her. When Akechi trauma dumped on us and Shido's palace, he was almost proud of it. He was like, my master plan is almost at fruition. Don't get in my way.
Okay.
Yeah. Whereas for Kasumi, it's still it is still a sensitive thing to her.
Okay.
Like
Coffee Boy.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was just
brought up the fact he's also a wild card, aka can use multiple personas like Joker. I'm not sure that would actually really count towards this though, only because I know that being a wild card doesn't necessarily make you immune to certain mental effects. Joker's kind of an exception because of his role as the trickster, which is a completely different thing. Necessarily than the wild card. But like, I know Yu Narukami in the ending for Persona 4 Golden, I think he actually gets hit with some shit at the end there too. That the other Persona users got hit with. But anyways, what else were you gonna add on? Because I
was just gonna make the comparison that I feel like, as far as like healing trauma goes, to put it in a more visual way, I feel like they're both scarred, but Akechi his is healed. Maybe not in the best way, but it has healed, whereas Kasumi's is still healing. Okay.
You can still draw blood from it by
yes.
touching on the wound. You can't do that with the Akechi's.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
You mean the one about Sumire-san?
Raven also made the point of now mechanically Akechi is just a regular confidant, though since Robin Hood is gone. Thanks, Atlas. I would have loved being able to swap between them in third semester.
I understand not being able to though, because Kasumi fills the role of needing the light attacks.
Yeah, the light.
So you wouldn't really need to. In fact, it'd be better off using him more so for the curse. Yeah.
And Raven also commented with, you gets hit with hefty stuff, but you as in the Persona 4 protagonist gets hit with hefty stuff. But because he had Izanagi and became the world, it's definitely similar to how being the trickster gives him some benefits to resist things.
Yes.
That was after he acquired the world, though.
But I also feel like Joker doesn't have that much trauma built in him. Like, that all got resolved with Shido, so...
about Joker, per se. Because I feel like the shit that happened with him in the police should have left scars. And maybe it's just too new or something for him to, like, fully process what happened or whatever, but...
Oh yeah, just the brutalization of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is also a game, and Joker's the protagonist.
Yeah.
So by virtue of those roles.
But also, he got the guy. That,
He did.
That is resolved for him. Like, sure, he would probably still have trauma to an extent.
Oh.
But it's nothing that, yeah, I don't know.
I was referring to like the police beatings itself, because he might have gotten the guy.
But that was because, yeah. That was just because they probably told to be rough with him. You know what I mean? Like the orders probably came from higher up. I do not believe that the Japanese police force in this world are usually that rough with their inmates.
No, and I don't. And
they're not inmates, but
they were.
Yeah.
What I was trying to say is more in lines of just because necessarily the person who had instigated those events is put behind bars, it doesn't necessarily mean the events themselves do not leave scars behind.
True, yeah. But,
and that was kind of my point. But because of Joker's role as the protagonist, even if that was the case, we wouldn't actually see that explored in this palace by virtue of that's not the focus anymore.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We'll keep going.
Let's keep pushing. I need to find out why that was shown to me.
Prestigo said, I saw a fic where Joker had to get a flu shot and had to deal with PTSD because needles from the police investigation. It was interesting. To which Raven said that's peak comedy of Prestigo.
Jeez.
Prestigo also mentioned that wasn't the whole thing. That's also something I could see.
Oh yeah.
Like, even if it was just on a mild scale, Joker having some kind of PTSD in
well,
regards
like,
to needles.
Already, I feel like humans... Like, needles are still uneasy, and if you don't have a fear of them, they're still not pleasant. Like, unless you grew up in a medical, like, focused house, I feel like for most people, needles are still an uncomfortable sight to see. So, even if you don't have trauma with needles going into a situation like what Joker had, you definitely do coming out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Even if it's really minor, like just you start pushing off your flu shots more because you don't.
Yeah. Yeah, but eventually somebody like drags you with them. Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely.
Do not search for pain. Only tragedy awaits you beyond here.
A newcomer.
New blood.
All these warnings of pain and tragedy. Who is your ruler? Why do you all think you know so much about me?
Because he does. He was your therapist. Ho!
If you won't give me an answer, then I'll just force my way through.
You're tall. You're not that tall anymore. Okay, so she's useless against them. Noted.
Rushing into things. Just calm down.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This is it. Time your attacks with mine.
Right.
Persona!
Alright. Probably mentioned, like I said, tragedy leads to growth. Raven said, as someone who doesn't feel unease around needles, it's just the uncomfy feeling when they're inside my arm that really does anything. But everyone's different, so it's hard to blanket statement things like that. And also, hooray! Belial!
To me, Loki!
And Copper Boy said, that's a big boy. Kasumi, you're being reckless.
Oh, this isn't gonna be... Okay.
Would you mind?
Leave it to me.
Nice to see someone getting more power because of the baton pass.
Victory is ours. How'd I miss?
Dodge Bless, right, okay. It hit last time, though, which is interesting.
Dodge Bless just increases the odds of you dodging it. It doesn't necessarily guarantee you will.
Gotcha, okay. One bullet.
so zoning out right now.
You okay?
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
Okay.
I was trying to think of what to say, and the train just kind of kept going.
Gotcha. Okay.
Such a fool, rejecting our Lord's mercy. In that case, witness it for yourself.
Now what?
Oh.
Oh wow, the crowd is going wild. Their cheers are shaking the stadium to welcome a new heroine to the world of competitive gymnastics.
Uh-oh.
Thank you so much. I'm simply thrilled with the results I had today. Your performance exceeded anything seen before in the junior class. It was absolutely stunning. But you'll be entering high school soon. Will that impact your career in gymnastics? Oh, I have no intentions of stopping. It's my dream to compete and win at the international level. How wonderful. One last question. Is there anyone you'd like to give a shout out while you have the chance? My younger sister.
Yep.
She should be here in the stadium.
What?
Oh, there she is. Sumire. Sumire, I did it! Both of us have the same dream, to be international champions.
Stop.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Let's make it come true, Sumire. Together.
Stop it!
Yoshizawa-san, you're...
I really hope this helped you understand.
a man's voice.
If you keep pushing on like this, you're going to find nothing but heartache. Please, won't you stop fighting this and just return to the current reality?
Nothing but heartache, huh? I don't understand what you're saying, but I have no intention of leaving now.
We are in agreement there. We also refuse to do as you say. Now why don't you drop the big voice behind the curtain act and face us directly?
As you wish. Head on down. I'll meet you there.
He agreed to that much more readily than I expected. Perhaps the palace's ruler really will make his appearance.
Kasumi, are you okay?
Thanks for your concern. But I'm fine, really. Let's go.
Kasumi Yoshizawa, eh?
You're remembering something there, detective. Yeah, I'm interested to see where this goes. Cause it's interesting if she has taken on the identity of her older sister, because I believe she is the younger sister. That I'm interested as to why her, at least her dad, because I don't know if her mother's still around or not, why her dad just went along with it. I don't know. Did you say how old she was when her sister passed?
It happened. You actually get an announcement of it. The day. So there's a day Sojiro is driving you home.
Yeah. Okay. So it was recent then.
Yeah.
Okay.
It happened literally at the start of the school semester.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm interested to see where this goes then. Okay.
I can see it. I'll reveal your
Nope,
true
too close. Okay.
Also, I'm going to assume we're all in agreement on who the palace ruler is at this point.
Oh yeah, no, that's Maruki, for sure.
Hey, take Dr. Maruki!
Yep.
Good! One got knocked down. Next. Persona.
Psychopathic bastard.
Yep.
Just 2 more annoyances to take care of.
Colossal physical damage to one foe. Nice. Severe almighty damage to all foes. The fucking laugh.
Fucking laugh.
Dying laugh
He is having.
got to be the worst.
Isn't he great?
He's good. I like him.
He's so fucking sarcastic.
This is what I wanted from the beginning from him. I understand why we couldn't get it from the story, and I hate the story for doing that to him.
We had room to spare.
I'm so disappointed. I hate the fact that this Akechi gets locked into the 3rd semester because he's so fucking fun.
If I only played base game, Akechi would have been my least favorite character.
Oh no, I fully understand
Yeah.
why. Are you kidding me? I totally get why. Like Akechi in the base game is one of those characters where unless you take the time to sit down and analyze everything about him, he really isn't like he falls flat in the base game. Royal takes his character and actually makes it really fucking good.
Yes, absolutely.
Because everything, all those things you need to analyze are they're more readily apparent. And his actual personality gets to shine for a while. And it's great.
Which is what I was begging for the entirety of the game, because I knew he was hiding behind a fucking mask from the moment I laid eyes on him.
Yeah.
The second that, like, because we first meet him when he's, like, in an interview on TV, right?
Yes.
And it's like, the second that TV persona didn't drop when we were just talking with him outside of that, like, I think he dropped a little bit, but not really. Like, he became a little bit more casual. I'm just like, oh, fuck you. I already don't trust you, I already don't like you. That was even before the pancake interaction, yeah.
Yeah.
Just like, no, you're gross. And yeah, now that he's actually able to show the fucking psychopath that he is, I do like him, yeah.
But Raven also said, Loki makes me sad. Akechi was the kid who never did any stat buffs on his Pokemon. He's got real good type coverage, but because of that, he doesn't have any boosts or amps and gets outclassed so easily.
Hey, it me. Why would I take Tail Whip? It does no damage. No, get rid of that. Alright. Hey, Maruki. Let's see what Shadow Maruki looks like.
Is he this palace's?
Here's the funny thing that I think is funny about what you just said.
Is it just Maruki? Okay, it might just be Maruki.
It's been quite a while, hasn't it?
This isn't a shadow. Yeah, no, there's no distortion of the voice. This is just him.
Yeah. Bold of you
What's
to
with the
assume it's a shadow.
Dude, the slick back. I almost didn't recognize him.
Well, you know, when you turn to villainy, you have to slip back your hair.
Of course.
That's the rule.
Who is that? Aizen?
Yes. Do you know how much Maruki does look just like Aizen if Aizen kept the glasses?
Yes, yeah. God.
Also, Prestigo admitted that he was also the kid who never did buffs in Pokemon. To which Raven made the joke of sword stance. That's cringe.
Yep.
And also, Coffee Boy pleaded, "Give us back the bedhead."
Yeah. His face became 10 times more punchable. And it was already really low.
Punchable.
It's a little punchable.
Oh, no, it's not.
It's a little.
Punchable. No, he's Maruki.
The number is still low, but it's punchable.
Don't worry about it. Raven said Maruki's design was heavily inspired by Aizen, and no one can prove me wrong.
Fair, yeah, actually. Yeah.
I pretty much figured that you would end up infiltrating this place. Truth be told, this isn't how I was hoping we would meet again.
Dr. Maruki, you're the ruler of this palace?
Palace?
a place where distorted desires manifest. We're asking if you're the source of the desires here.
But this is interesting. Because the palace is in a weird state right now, where we can kind of see it in the real world.
Also, I'm gonna let you know right now, the stream is buffering.
Oh no!
Yeah, I know. Hold on, let me refresh the page to see if maybe it's my Wi-Fi instead. It's my Wi-Fi instead. Never mind.
Oh, thank fuck.
Yeah, my Wi-Fi is just being bad.
Well, just in case, this is being recorded and will be uploaded to YouTube shortly after. So there's that. But yeah, okay, cool. But yeah, because the palace is manifesting in the real world, I wonder if that changes how regular people can interact with it.
Okay, okay.
Like, how many people did we see going into this that may have been actual people and not shadows or cognition? Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of questions with this one. This is the second palace that really kind of
bends the rules.
That breaks the rules of the other ones. The first one is Futavas,
oh, for sure.
obviously.
Yeah.
Mementos, I kind of say is more in line with the rules because of the fact that
yeah.
Just the way that it forms, and then
it's because Mementos is the original palace.
Yeah.
So it's allowed to kind of... Mementos has almost kind of created the rules. They're allowed to create new ones. Yeah.
And so then this is the second palace that actually kind of starts pushing at them again.
Which I'm okay with.
Them in a few different ways.
But I'm kind of okay with that because Mementos is no longer existent. And so the rules have crumbled and have changed. I can imagine that kind of excuse being used. So yeah, I'm interested to see what new rules we have in play here.
Yeah.
I see. Well, to use your own words, yes, I am this palace's ruler.
Joker, I need you to hold back Akechi real quick, because this isn't a shadow. Akechi will murder him!
There will be no hesitation.
But in my case, it seems a tad different from the ones you've seen.
Would we also be correct in believing that you're involved in the abnormalities outside the palace as well?
Yes, you would.
Okay, so you acknowledge them as abnormalities, okay.
Do you like the reality I created for you?
You created it?
That's right. I've gained the power to alter reality, to make it whatever the people wish for.
Yep, okay. I didn't wish for this.
Is that how you really feel? The old reality was cruel and unfair. The truth is, Yoshizawa-san suffers immense pain each and every time she taps into her forgotten past.
And so you force her to remember?
My past?
Forced her to forget.
But now he's bringing it back up.
Okay.
Dr. Maruki, what do you mean? What's happened to me?
Alright. I had honestly hoped that all those warnings you were given would change your minds. But if it's your true desire, then I want you to recall who you really are. And I want you two to learn as well. Once you have, you'll need to choose between the two realities. The merciless one, or the one I've formed.
That's...
Ooh, movie time.
Today was brutal, huh? Oh. Feeling okay? It's not that. Why am I doing so bad? I keep messing up my routine. Your growth spurts just changed your eye level. You'll get used to it. Look, you're as tall as I am now. We practice the same amount. But you are the one who always gets first place. I can't catch up to you, Kasumi. You know why? Because it's my right as the elder sister. We're in the same grade, though. Oh, don't be so down. We'll reach the top of the world together. That's our dream, right? You don't get it. Huh? You'll never understand how I feel. What? Kasumi, if I were like you, things would be so much better. Hey, wait up! Kasumi's the one that people want. Look where you're going! The light's red! Hey! The talented one who can reach the top of the world. Sumire, stop! Listen to me! Sumire! What? Kasumi.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm interested to see how it got this far.
Seems you remembered.
That's right. I'm...
Kasumi?
Kasumi? No, that's not right. I'm not Kasumi.
The girl named Kasumi Yoshizawa is currently deceased.
He probably remembers seeing the name in an obituary or something.
It was last spring, before I started at Shujin.
Or because it was such a recent case, maybe the name is just fresher on his mind.
Mm-hmm.
We were walking home from practice. It happened right there, on that street in the video. I wasn't looking where I was going. And Kasumi, she protected me from the car. I was saved by Kasumi. I robbed her of her dreams, and even her life. I'm her younger sister, Sumire Yoshizawa.
I'll take over from here. After all, I do play a part in this story. Her real name is Sumire Yoshizawa. She's Kasumi-san's younger sister. But for months now, she's only seen herself as being Kasumi Yoshizawa, her deceased elder sister.
Yeah, it... Interesting. 'Cause, like, months is a very short time to be able to solidly build a fake identity. Like, to yourself, it can happen in an instant. You can be convinced of that yourself in a moment. But to have that not get even accidentally brought up within just months of it is kind of crazy. Because she didn't say anything about... Did she just recently move into the area?
Do you remember what happened when you were talking to her father?
Not terribly.
Okay. that was important.
I was getting a lot of new information thrown at me in that, so...
when he said her name, the reality itself glitched, so you didn't...
Oh! Okay.
So that's kind of a hint as to what's going on.
Yeah, okay.
But
like, even the school... Did the school get her real name, or Kasumi's name?
I believe some of it does get explained. A good chunk of it does get explained.
Yeah, alright.
And let me know when you're ready, because there are a bunch of messages that I haven't read yet, because I didn't want to
around her, she was still
interrupt this too much.
For some reason, though, there were a few rare exceptions to this. Did something happen to make you believe she was Kasumi-san?
This is Shujin Academy pocketbook. The name is Kasumi Yoshizawa. It's written inside.
It appears you were clueless, but she was Sumire Yoshizawa from the start.
Yeah, so she never introduced her. Well, I mean, we only found out through the pocketbook, which could have been changed. Yeah, or even be her older sister's pocketbook.
I will read this set of messages right now, too. So Raven did bring up the pocketbook, but then he also pointed out that, the school addresses her exclusively as Yoshizawa.
Yeah.
So her first name never would have been brought up.
Okay. It's... yeah. It's weird. And it's because we don't get a whole lot of her story in base game.
Yes.
It's because of that. That it just feels... I don't know, it feels like there are plot holes that... In a game world, sure. In a real world, I feel like would have been brought up. I don't know. Because, like, I feel like her parents would have put her to a therapist. If that therapist happened to be Maruki, and Maruki happened to be the one that also showed up at Shujin, cool. But, like... Yeah.
There are plot holes that do get filled.
Okay.
And also, yeah, it was definitely Kasumi's actual pocketbook, too.
Yeah.
It wasn't her pocketbook. She hasn't been carrying that one around.
Yeah, it was her sister's pocketbook. Okay.
However, when we watched that other video, she gave her name as Kasumi Yoshizawa. Considering such an odd claim, I'd actually suspected for a moment that she was the palace ruler.
After Kasumi died, but before I started at Shujin, I received counseling from Dr. Maruki.
Okay, so it really was just Deus Machina, hey, this happened the way we wanted it to. Okay. I dislike that, but sure.
That was when I told him, if Kasumi is gone and can't make her dream come true, then I want to become Kasumi, so I can turn her dream into reality for her.
You're a shitty therapist. I'm sorry, but that is not the way to handle that case.
I'm not gonna deny that. Yeah.
Like, you may have done well on everybody else, but man, you fucked up here. If somebody lets you just full believe in your delusions because it's easier on your heart and your mind, get a new therapist.
So that's why you meddled with her cognition? For her own wishes?
That's right. Limited as it was, I already had the power at the time to actualize her wish.
How long have you been ascending to godhood, my man? What?
Yeah, so here's another one of the ways that Maruki's palace kind of breaks some of the established rules. Maruki has power in the real world. He's actually always had power in the real world.
What the fuck?
He's always had access to it.
What the fuck is this?
Yeah, this is something he's always been able to do, actually.
How old are you? Are you actually some, like, lich being? Like, what the fuck?
And granted, it's very the only times he could use his power was on somebody who was extremely distressed with a very strong wish. But yeah, it's he's always had that kind of power.
Why didn't you become the avatar to a deity? What the fuck? What? That is such a wild fucking curveball. That they're just casually dropping into this dialogue.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Before Joker even was aware of the Nav app, he had this power.
Yep. Yep. Actually, if I had to guess, this particular incident would have happened around the same time
Is this
Joker first gets the Nav.
Wait.
At that point, I will admit that Mementos would have already existed, because Mementos is noted to have been
Mementos has existed for fucking ever.
Years.
Yeah. Mementos is at least a few years. Yeah, sure.
I don't know if it's forever, because
yeah.
of other Persona-related things, but at
Fair.
least a few years.
Yeah. I've been kind of thinking of Persona as its own specialized fantasy setting, based off of reality. I'm now bringing a D&D fantasy mindset into it. Are we caught between a fight between gods? And like the god, Yao, whoever, Yaldi, who was over Mementos, was one god that was quickly getting power, and this is just another being trying to counteract that, but it's way too fucking late.
If you want to get technical, every Persona game is a fight between two gods.
Sure,
I'm not gonna get
sure,
into that
yeah.
right now.
But like, this is the god that showed up saying, "Hey, I'm here to fight." Oh no, where's the fight at? Oh well. What?
Every Persona game is a bunch of high schoolers get caught in between a game between two gods, and they're the avatar people for one god
And
or another.
is Igor a god?
No, but it's kind of implied.
Oh, you did talk that you did mention that he serves under somebody who is a god. Yeah. Or god adjacent.
God adjacent. Yeah.
Yeah, god-ish. And now here's just a third deity giving this fucking therapist powers and saying, "Have fun. Go help people." God. Yeah, literally. Okay.
Put yourselves in her shoes for a moment. Sumire-san's older sister died from protecting her. Imagine surviving such a dismal tragedy. Who would be able to cope with that survivor's guilt, let alone heal from the emotional scarring that she's suffered? If Sumire-san can live a healthy, positive life by becoming Kasumi-san, then I believe that reality is what would make her happy.
The butterfly effect, though, man.
I've had enough of your high and mighty rationalization.
Yeah.
All you really did was use her to try and make everyone acknowledge the validity of your research.
Yeah.
This semester's gonna crack me up so bad. Because I think you're just gonna realize that you actually agree with Akechi on literally everything in the semester.
Oh, I fully believe that real Akechi has some valid points. Like, about the psychosis with his father, I believe he handled that very poorly. I will consistently disagree with him on that. But I feel like, for the most part, he understands morality. And probably to an extent understands that his morality is wrong.
Oh, he absolutely does.
But he is not afraid to be a hypocritical piece of shit and call other people out on their incorrect morality.
Are you really being a hypocritical piece of shit if you call out other people and having a bad morality if you yourself recognize and accept that what you are doing is wrong?
And less for the call out, and more so for the force fixing other people, and don't you dare touch my own. Like,
okay.
Like he's physically inserting himself into this situation, but tried to actively stop Joker from interfering with his.
Okay.
If that makes sense. It's not exactly the same, I understand
I see
that.
what you're getting at.
It's like he sees people's incorrect morality and is trying to fix it, and he acknowledges that his own morality is incorrect, but relishes in it.
I'd like to posit another thing though. Do you think Akechi would normally go out of his way to fix an incorrect morality though? Because look at just what he did with Shido and all that.
Well, that's because that was in his mind his own way to fix his own morality. Or that was him trying to fix his own trauma, not his morality. Because he was leading that. That was his incorrect morality at play. And him trying to stop Joker from interfering with that. Yeah. I don't know. I'm starting to lose my own train of thought. Whereas he sees Maruki here playing God, and it's like, that's not right, dude. You are using people. Stop that.
We're gonna have to sit for a minute, by the way, and really get through chat, I think, because there's too many.
Is there a lot? We are pausing a lot. Here, go ahead.
I feel bad for continuing to not
go ahead.
about them.
Yeah.
Some of them are good points.
Go ahead.
I will have to get back to the ruler design question in a second here. Once we're out of this part.
Okay.
For starters, when we were talking about Mementos as well as Maruki and Futaba's palace being the outliers, Raven had to add on Mementos specifically, because Mementos is the whole of how the public's cognitions functions. It having the merger with reality once the Aldebao's power of control reached its peak was absolutely within its rules of the universe, being reliant on the conscious. Yes.
Yeah, I believe that. It became the consciousness palace and started to interfere with real life, yeah. Yes,
to which Coffee Boy added, Mementos is like a game design engine, while the palaces are games using the script.
Yeah.
Also, Akechi, you can't murder this guy. And Raven made the joke of Unreal Momension 5.
God. Alright.
Raven, also in regards to Yoshizawa's whole bit going on right now, said delusion is powerful. Look at the AO3 girl is. Haha, I can't confirm. Let's see here. What else have I quite not? Coffee Boy also made a plea for help in the form of, I'm getting pinned down by one of my many cats. Help. Sorry, can't help you in that. The cat law states that you are not allowed to remove
You are not
the
trapped.
cat is satisfied.
Correct.
So have fun with that.
Yep.
Raven said, let's see here. The problem with Royal is that they had to insert new characters in without revising too much of the story of the original Persona 5, which results in the story feeling bad until you get the relevant context further on.
Yeah.
Which I do agree with. They did about as good of a job as they could inserting Maruki and Yoshizawa into the story.
It definitely still felt natural for the most part. Up until now, where they start giving you pieces of the lore, and it's like, wait, hold on, no, hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Maruki, Comic Boy also made you know what? Okay, yeah, no, I'm probably not going to read that one just yet. I don't think it's too spoilery, but I'll kind of leave it for the surprise.
Okay.
Raven said, Igor serves Philemon, who is a benevolent guide who wants to see humanity progress as he is the godlike being that represents humanity's creative potential.
Okay.
Philemon attempts to remain a stance of neutrality, but allows Igor to aid members of humanity while other godlike beings are attempting to destroy humanity.
Okay. They're the neutral force that benefits the affected party. Or allows people under them to benefit the affected party.
US in like World War I or II, where we were supplying weapons to the Allies,
but not
for,
actively
like, the first
fighting
half
ourselves.
Of those words, yeah, but it wasn't until halfway through that we actually got involved.
Yeah,
the first half.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, no, I get that. Okay.
They're
the balancer.
Yeah. And Prestigo said, you know you're doing something bad when a serial killer is being like, damn, what the fuck, dude?
Oh, yeah, no, for sure. And I mean, the serial killer now understands that yeah, no, those kills were awful. Like, that's why he turned himself in.
No, I think he's always understood that as the... We'll get into Akechi's whole deal in a minute, because, again, he is actually, believe it or not, a more complicated character.
Yes, yeah.
Than what the base game would have you believe.
I'm sure.
But...
Yeah, no, I would buy the fact that he always believed they were wrong, but saw them as
Yeah.
needed for his purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Raven said, Philemon is a good boy even when he was an antagonist in Persona 2.
Gotcha. Alright.
Spoilers for Persona 2, a game that came out 25 years ago.
God. Oh, that's crazy.
Anyways.
We're good to go?
Now we're caught up. Yeah.
Ah.
But that's because my goal is to save everyone in the world like Yoshizawa-san by ending all suffering.
But people can still heal. It'll never be complete. Like, Futaba was healing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's
she
still
was now.
But like, yeah, once we interfered and started her healing process, she was beginning to heal.
She wasn't before that though.
No.
No,
I understand. I understand that trauma. Well, like, it's not. I'm trying to think of how to explain this. The same solution will not. There is no fix-all.
Mm-hmm.
Even when people try a solution that worked for others, many of solutions that work for others, they might not ever work. You need to find the one solution that works for this one person. Every solution to every individual problem is individual.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Futaba was not able to find an individual solution until we forced our way into her life.
More like she forced.
Well, you know, yeah,
but
yeah.
Yes, I do see your point.
Yeah. So, and the sentence that he's right here, to save everyone in the world like Yoshizawa-san, the first thing that comes to my mind is like Futaba. Futaba, who was, I feel like, on the borderline path of suicidal.
In the event, if you do not complete Futaba's palace by the deadline, she does commit suicide.
Yeah, yeah.
It is implied she does kill herself for that.
Yeah.
And on top of that, the economy as well also tanks, but of course that's probably Joker just coming up with the worst case scenario.
Yeah.
But yeah, like a change in cognition, which is what Maruki did to Yoshizawa, is what you had to do for Futaba. So in a way, what he's doing to Yoshizawa is effectively what you did to Futaba. It's just that the way he went about it is arguably more regressive. Because Futaba's change in cognition.
Because he's not making them accept. He's just reverting.
Yes. Yeah.
He's making it so the problem never existed.
Yeah. Or
that's
makes
not
it look like it doesn't exist.
Yes, that's not healing. That's preventative.
Mm-hmm.
That's pushing the problem away.
Yeah. It's repressive.
Yes, it is. It's very repressive, which I think is also very much a Maruki thing to do. Because in the last couple of social events we had with him, his buddy brought up, were they engaged?
Yes, they were engaged.
And Maruki began to talk about it as if it was a very repressive thought. He didn't want to talk about it very much. It was still extremely sensitive to him. He found it just easier to repress and focus on other people's issues.
Raven had to add, Maruki here to use the power of indoctrination to fix everyone.
Yeah.
Fix everyone.
Yeah.
Maruki is denial while Futaba experienced acceptance. Maruki is hung up on the first stage of grief. Yes,
he is. He absolutely is. And it's interesting that... I mean, I guess because maybe his powers just don't affect himself. That could be it. Maybe he wishes they do. I don't know. Because he's like, hey, where's your fiance? If you're able to bring people back to the dead to stave off grief, why aren't you saving off your own? Because he's talking... It's still... And maybe I'm reading too much into the voice acting of it. Like, he still understands it. Like he is still repressing his own emotions. And understands exactly, but it's like he hasn't resolved his own issue yet. And whether that's because he's afraid to, or because they can't, or what, I don't know. But it seems like he still sounds hurt.
You will get some explanation.
I'm sure I will.
Exactly
this is very early on in the palace. I'm
yeah.
sure. Yeah. Didn't we get information on... I thought that her thing was, like, an emotional distress issue.
You'll get information about it.
Okay.
I'll let you sit with whatever you remember.
My work will convert the wishes of the people into reality.
Raven said hooray for theorizing about things with future context.
Yeah, no, it's a curse. The only issue with now and when we were doing Ending and Rump is that I could just advance to the next skip and dialogue and not have to answer the question, whereas you have to satiate me before I press A. Hey Maruki, what if so many people wish for a death of an individual? You gonna condone murder? Is that a thing you're gonna condone? I feel like that'd be pretty traumatizing to the victims' families. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm pretty sure you would just make him forget the person
is coming
existed.
to fruition.
It depends on. I guess it would come down to depend on how many more people are wishing for what. Because people are contradictory, my guy.
No one will ever have to suffer again under the yoke of an unfair world. This palace, you called it? It's a place where its rulers' desires take physical form, yes? I wish to utilize my research to save humanity. I suppose that would be the desire I hold dearest.
Isn't your research incomplete, my man?
You helped him complete it.
That's true.
That was the whole point of his confidant.
That's true. I forgot that. Yeah. Thought it was nearing completion, but it is complete, yeah.
You could very well be right.
But also, his research is a hypothesis, and now he's putting it to the test, and he's thinking he's seeing good answers, but he's not.
Still, I'm entirely serious about changing our imperfect reality. Just as she was saved by becoming Kasumi, I'll save every other person in the world currently suffering. In fact, it's my responsibility to do so. You can see how this world's bestowed the duty upon me.
Is that truly salvation?
The cruelties of history will vanish, and everyone will live their lives just as they've always dreamed them to be. If you don't call that salvation, then what would it be?
But the good times just become regular times if you don't experience the bad in between.
And you assume we'll buy into your brainwashing and just live in the palm of your hand. Honestly, that sounds absolutely revolting.
Alright, so that's your answer, Akechi-kun. How about the others?
How big does the trauma have to be? How big does the dislike have to be? How big does the negative emotion have to be for you to fix it? If you're talking in absolutes, some people love the rain, other people hate the rain. What are you gonna do with that?
Yoshizawa-san, allow me to ask you yet again. Which reality is it that you wish to inhabit?
Huh?
If you so desire, you can return to your life as Sumire.
Holy shit, her persona fits her really well.
I know, isn't it great?
Oh my god, that just clicked for me.
Yeah, isn't it a great persona for her?
That's actually really cool.
It's one of those personas where you don't realize how good of a persona that is for her until you get to this reveal.
Yeah, my mind was like, because she believed a different personality so solidly, I was thinking like, so was that her persona or was that her sister's persona? And then I'm like, wait, no. And then I was like, wait, who is her persona again? Oh, it was Cinderella. Oh shit! Yeah, the two phases of Cinderella. The poor maiden who was abused by her family and thought she would never be good enough, and then the princess who gets to live the perfect, her perfect reality, if only until the clock strikes midnight. Yeah.
Coffee Boy did make a comment, by the way. Hey, I read your mind, Panda. It's midnight.
I was just about to say the clock just struck midnight.
Yeah. But this time the fairy godmother's asking, do you want to turn the clock back?
I can grant that wish for you as well.
Dr. Maruki...
I would feel violated a little bit. I would feel gross. Like, I know that's not what's going through her mind right now. She's still very much, like, reeling from the realization. But, God, get out of my head. I would not like that, I think. Especially if I were to go into the new personality. I would have to, if I were to go back into the delusion, I would not want to remember that's a delusion. I would make that clear, that I would not want to remember it's a delusion. I would want to go back to exactly how I was before the realization hit. Because I would not want to know I am only this way because somebody fucked with my head. Yeah. Ooh. Yikes. Ooh. Both these are gross. Because telling somebody don't be manipulated is also kind of manipulative. But also believe in yourself. She doesn't know who herself is.
And I'm not really sure Maruki's actually being manipulative at the
No,
moment. Because
he's not.
Because if you pull up the log, he didn't paint either decision as wrong or bad.
No, he just showed both sides and said pick one.
Yeah.
This is how you saw yourself at this. You know how you saw yourself in this. Which one do you want?
Yeah. And I don't really find that manipulative.
It's not.
If he was being manipulative, he would have tried painting one in a worse light.
Yes, he would have. But he is asking her genuinely, what do you want? Which is why saying don't be manipulated makes me feel a little gross. Because I'm like, that's... Because he's not saying anything wrong, really. In her exact situation. In her situation, he's not offering her anything that's manipulative. He is being manipulative. But in this decision, he is not. But believe in yourself, she doesn't know who herself is. Because she was manipulated. I don't know if the first time he truly asked her which one she wanted to be. Did he mention that? Or did he just...
Sorry, I got a DM on something.
You're good.
Repeat?
The first time that she became Kasumi, did he ask her if that's what she wanted to be, or did he just do it?
I think you actually do get to see that saying, believe it or not. You
Okay.
do get to see
Okay, so we don't know that yet.
That interaction, yeah. So that is something that you get
Okay.
the experience to.
Yeah, because in that moment, if he didn't ask her, then he would have been manipulative earlier.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just believe in yourself.
It's impossible. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Senpai. I can't go back to being her. I can't be the one who led her sister to her death.
Please don't judge her. This is just evidence of how painful life is for her.
It's
So
it's still
what do you
very
think on this one?
it's still really gross because
I'm of the opinion that if it wasn't for the fact that Maruki doesn't give people a choice, I would actually be all for his solution.
Yeah.
What makes his thing gross to me is the fact that he is not giving people a genuine choice.
He's not giving them the chance to heal.
Yes. He's not just the chance to heal. It's not that he's it's not just that. It's the fact that
if you ask someone who just got stabbed with a knife if they want to be healed, they're gonna say yes.
Sure. But what I feel like is also gross about it is the fact that he didn't really ask anyone before making them this reality and forcing them into it. Joker is probably the closest one, because that whole bit in the school, right? Staying in the school would have been you choosing to submit to Maruki's reality.
Okay.
And when you leave that school, that's why he says, "Oh, you're not ready for this yet. Okay, well, I'm not gonna force you."
Yeah.
And so it's like he's giving them the choice in the sense that, as Raven pointed out, actually right here, he believes Maruki is giving them a choice. He's taking their subconscious desires for what they think they want and giving them that.
Yeah.
So in that way, there is a choice, but he's not giving them the choice to go into that.
Yeah.
They're not conscious of like what Sumeri is right now. They're not really conscious to make the decisions of, yes, I want to submit to this reality.
Yeah.
And that's what I have issue with, is that they're not making a truly consenting choice. He's just kind of taking them and dragging them in and crafting a reality for them.
Yeah. And in, Sumere, is that how you pronounce her name?
Sumeri, yeah.
Sumeri. Okay.
Sumi.
I'm just gonna call her Sumi.
Sumi. Yeah, that works. Sumire.
Yeah. In her exact example here, I'm not even gonna try to pretend I know what she was going through in that moment in her therapy sessions, because I can't. And even now, as she's reliving that, what Maruki basically did was he took this kid, this child, teenager, I know, but child, who was just completely lost in pain and in grief and all of the negative emotions, and said, "Would you like this escape?" Of course the kid's gonna say yes. Of course they are. That's not a choice. Like, you may feel like you're giving them a choice, but that's not a choice. And to not
because
even...
you wouldn't.
Yeah, exactly. And to have them live out the few months of forgetting all of that, and then to cut open the wound, and then give them the choice again, of course they're gonna want to go back!
A torture victim is of course gonna want to choose death over continuing to live when the torture is still fresh.
Yeah! It's like, you feel, which is why I want to say it's being manipulative, because it kind of is! But in the way that he presented it, it's not. And I don't think he understands that. I don't think he realizes that that's what he's doing. I think he sees this person in pain, not realizing that what he's doing isn't healing the wound, it's not stitching the wound back together. It is slapping a new layer of skin over it and calling it good, not realizing that's still festering underneath. And that's what and like even this moment makes me cringe so much of what was it exactly that he said? Hold on.
Yeah, pull it up. You got the log right there.
Please don't judge her. I'm not judging her at all. I'm judging you entirely. This is not on her. It's not. This is just evidence of how painful life is for you. Yeah, life is pain. Anyone who tells you else is trying to sell you something. Kudos to anybody who knows that quote.
We got some more comments in here that are relevant, and I would like to read them.
Yeah, go for it.
Raven said, Maruki asked the Phantom Thieves. So yeah, all those little things you heard, by the way, going to school.
It was their like therapy sessions with Maruki.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was their therapy sessions with Maruki.
I had an idea.
That's why their realities are the way that they are in this world, is because he took those and he made them like that.
Yeah.
So Maruki asked the Phantom Thieves what they wanted in the counseling sessions, and they didn't know what they were asking for when they told him the outcomes they had wished had happened. Like Shiho not jumping in An's case, or Ryuji never having his leg broken and losing the track team, or Futaba having her mom back. Things that they wish they still had, but thinking it was hypothetical desires when asked about it by Maruki.
Yeah, you're not... Because if you were to present those options in a way of a genie in a bottle situation...
Funny you mentioned that, because Coffee Boy also had a comment of, he's acting like a monkey's paw or lore-accurate genie. Yeah,
like, he's presenting the questions in his mind, in his perspective, to be very serious questions. Not to be taken figuratively or just to blow off steam. But that's how they're taking it.
Yeah.
I feel like if you were to genuinely give that option to at least like Ryuji, I don't know if he would want things any differently.
I don't think any of the Phantom Thieves, like if you were to give them the end,
I feel like the reaction would be like, yeah, no, that part of my life fucking sucks. But I don't want to trade any of this.
Yeah, because they've overgrown it. They've overcome it.
It's healed.
And that was...
Or healing.
Yeah, that was one of the reasons why I have an issue with Maruki not giving people a genuine choice. Because the people who can overcome their trauma oftentimes have mixed feelings about the events. Because on one hand, yeah, it sucked, and they wouldn't want to go through that again or wish it on others. On the other hand, they are not they would not be the person they are today if that drama never happened. And so the people who can't overcome it, they have a lot of mixed feelings about shit like that.
Sorry, that just hit me kind of hard. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I know I've asked this question when I first played through Royal, and I was talking about this whole bit with my mom, and she's been through shit. And so I had asked her, like, if you were given that choice, what would you do? And she genuinely told me straight up, like, yeah, I have no idea. Like, I don't know, because on one hand, I wouldn't have had to have suffered through all of it. On the other hand, I would not be who I am today if it didn't happen.
Yeah.
So, like...
Yeah, no, really.
And, so yeah, that was something. To which Raven also had the quote, "We are the scars that we're made of."
Yeah.
So that's and all the Phantom Thieves fall into that category. Like, I don't think any of them would actually wish it to not happen. Not because they wish it didn't, not because they wanted it to happen, because none of them did.
Yeah, no. It was forced upon all of them.
Yet none of them would be the people they were at the end of the end of the Elderbaf fight if none of that happened to them.
Yeah. Yeah. God, yeah. No, yeah.
Raven also had a comment in regards to Sumire specifically, especially in regards to her wanting to choose to live as Kasumi instead. That Sumire has a very, very big helping of imposter syndrome.
Oh yeah.
As evidenced by all the gymnastics bit.
Yeah.
As well as survivor's guilt.
Yeah. No, just that constant, I'm not good enough. My sister is always better than me. Just constantly putting herself down. Yeah. Yeah.
Coffee Boy also said, like the wound healed on its own, you reopened old wounds, Maruki. It's like opening a
little
wound,
bit, yeah.
Putting a small bandage on it and calling it a fix.
Yeah.
Relating to what you were talking about earlier about slapping on a new layer of skin.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, kind of go off what you were saying earlier. It's like, back when I was way younger, I had serious depression. I was suicidal. I was. Thankfully, I never got to the point where I actually attempted anything. But I always had those thoughts, everything would be better off if I wasn't here. I always felt like a burden. Just awful, horrible, not good shit. And after Like, I was still also fairly, pretty religious back then because my family was also religious. I literally made a deal with God. Saying, hey, give me something to live for. Make this feeling go away, or I am going to kill myself by this day. And, literally later that day, I think, one of my buddies, XL Knight, just stopped by, offered me, to catch up on, like, homework and stuff like that. And the feeling went away. And since that day, I gave myself a few, like, challenges to, what was it? I'm trying to remember what they were now, because I haven't needed to focus on them in so long. It was, be caring, be somebody that, like, people can approach to if they need anything. Be interesting, so that people would want to be around me. And to always put others first. And I would never have made those goals if I didn't go through all that awful, horrible shit. And I would be such a vastly different person to this day if I didn't go through that. Absolutely. Did I enjoy going through it? Absolutely fucking not. Do I wish I didn't have depression and anxiety? Absolutely. But it's part of my life. It's what it is. Yeah. Yeah, no, that was a really good way of putting it.
Cockboy said, scars don't define us, it's what we take away from it that's what makes you.
Exactly.
You two sensed doubts forming in the reality I manifested. That's what brought you here. But please, remember this as well. You two aren't excluded from the people that I wish to save. Come now. Won't you accept my reality for your own happiness?
I'll find my own happiness.
No deal so far, huh?
No,
I
just
love Maruki's palaces. Oh, here we go! Here we go, Raven! It's the part you've been excited for this whole time!
Oh!
Cynical time!
Oh, there's art of this, for shit sure.
What do you think you're doing with her?
I won't harm her. It's in her best interest that you turn back. You've made clear that you reject the reality she desires. The reality where she lives as Kasumi Yoshizawa.
This is wrong.
It saddens me when you speak that way. Don't you understand? You deny her wishes when you say such things.
Her wishes, huh?
This isn't just for her. I'm doing all of this for yourselves as well. I honestly do want to come to terms with you. We should talk. Think about it. You both have dreams, no? I have the power to make them come true. My reality can become just the way you like.
Total waste of my time.
A shame, but I understand.
Well then, we just have to resort to force now, don't we?
Violence is not my thing.
Him, on the other hand. Swear to God, if you're another fucking weird slime thing. Okay, no, just tentacles. Cool.
I agree, though. It seems we're out of options here.
Ooh.
Time to fight. Are you ready? Keep up and don't embarrass me.
Yeah, that's an Eldritch Abomination for shit, sure.
Yep, Raven actually mentioned Eldritch Abomination's home!
Yep.
Oh, Haster, the king in yellow. Yeah, the persona, the SMT demon designers are not very good at sticking to certain lore when it comes to creature designs.
Gotcha.
Fun fact, and according to Hastur's lore, actually saying his name is supposed to summon him, kind of like Bloody Mary and other similar creatures.
And Beetlejuice, yeah.
And Beetlejuice and the like, yes. And, yeah, the King in Yellow is known for, as all Lovecraftian horrors, driving you insane and doing terrible, terrible things to you. So,
Yep. Cool.
he has a cult.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's fun. I believe that cult is where the Elder Sign came from, if I remember right.
Mm-hmm. Oh, just straight almighty. Okay. Status effect. Well, let me almighty you back, guy.
Also, when the tentacles were out, Raven said, "I've seen enough hentai to know where this is going."
Jeez.
And Coffee Boy had to say to Maruki, "We don't need another petty god controlling us, no matter how merciful you think it is."
Mm-hmm.
Also, Oppressed Eagle said earlier, I was scrolling through Twitter, and a person I followed because they drew Komahina art, posted art of Akechi. I know what you want! Yeah.
God.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a given that if you like Akechi, you're gonna end up liking Nagito and vice versa.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Now that way back
Yeah, I
earlier
didn't think
in
so.
the stream,
Okay.
Coffee Boy actually asked the question of, actually speaking of palace ruler designs, how would you change some of them? Considering I'm going to be blunt, Madarame's design is bleh. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the face paint that Madarame has going on. I know that it's accurate to what he's supposed to be, which is a shogun.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that was very popular for Shogun, to my understanding anyways.
Mm-hmm.
And all the gaudy golden stuff does make sense given what his palace is looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Coffee Boy said his hair looks like a goose head. Yeah, I see it.
Jeez.
Let me think though.
Can the snakehead get out of my way, please? Thank you. Snakehead, no.
I don't like the design, but at the same time I understand what they were going for, which is why I'm hesitant to change too much about it.
Mm-hmm.
So this is fair. Like with Kamoshida, he's purposely mostly naked because this whole thing is lust and the fact that he's assaulting the students.
Yeah.
Students. So it makes sense why he's so naked.
Mm-hmm.
Palace. I think it would be neat, actually, if Kaneshiro had more Yakuza elements to his design. Because, like, I know he's supposed to be, like, the bank manager. But he's also a member of the Yakuza. And so I think it would have been neat if he had more of those elements kind of come through his character for his shadow design. I think that would have been cool. Like, maybe more prominent tattoos.
Yeah.
Or maybe just...
His, I disliked his design. The fly.
Yeah.
It was so boring.
Yeah, no. Totally get it.
I loved his palace, but God, he was such a boring boss.
Comic Boy said, honestly, I would add some elements to their true forms to designs in a sense. Yeah.
Need this?
I catch you just becoming an item slave. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Not everyone uses him. So.
Well, it's like his main damage type is curse. Yeah, like, yes, he has melee and gun as well, but...
And almighty, which is good for when you're dealing with creatures that repel fucking everything.
Yeah. But like, it's 38 SP.
Yeah.
And 100, and he already only has like 400 something health. So using the physical attacks just feels weird. And what's this do?
Yeah.
No, here.
Debilitate.
There you go, guy. That's better.
Let's go. There.
Raven said, well, Sunny IRSC, Kaneshiro had nothing to do with the Yakuza, hence why he was called a mafia boss and not a Yakuza like EY was.
Yeah, he wasn't Yakuza. He was his own little gang.
Oh, was he?
Yeah. Like, he was, other than, like...
Since they called him Mafia, I assumed that he was Yakuza, since that Yakuza is just the Japanese
No, because I
Mafia.
think when we came across the dude in Cheeto's Palace, I'm pretty sure they referred to him as Yakuza.
They did, yes.
Yeah, so there's a distinction between Yakuza and Mafia.
Okay.
Item.
Okay. I see your point there.
Yeah.
Which is the point Raven made, too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Ravage them.
I need more SP. Hey, catch you, toss me a carrot.
Raven also, no, not Raven. Copyboy also said, in terms of like adding elements to their true form design, adding horns to Kamoshida.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Oh, it heals, fuck! Okay. Shit, that's what I get for trying different things. Yeah, stop that right the fuck now.
Oh, catchy.
Ah, shit. Hi, please don't kill me. Oh. Please don't auto-heal.
Ooh. I think it's coming up.
You son of a bitch!
Yep. Alright, you ready? You ready for this?
What?
Keep going.
What the fuck? Okay, scripted loss, I understand. Fuck these scripted losses, man.
Would you just quit running your mouth already? I'm going to shut that thing up. Give me a hand. You'll pay.
Oh no.
Do it. Do it.
No more games.
It's beautiful.
Jesus Christ. God.
So, fun fact about that showtime. It is the only showtime in this entire game where the participants did not discuss it beforehand.
Yeah, didn't discuss it beforehand, and also the only one with Joker.
Joker does have a second one.
Oh, does he? Okay.
But yes, it is the first one with Joker.
Oh, he probably has one with Sumire, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That makes sense.
That is the other one.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it is the first one with Joker. It is the only one in which the people did not discuss it beforehand, and I think it's the only one the star doesn't actually grant. I'm still not entirely sure if the star actually grants that one or not. It's possible it does. But yeah, it just really goes to show the kind of synergy these two have. The fact that they were able to pull that shit off without discussion. Like, I fucking love these two, man. They're great.
God. Okay, so scripted win. Scripted win. Good.
That is now a showtime that you have under your belt.
Yep.
I'm fairly certain any further negotiating is pointless.
I wish they would let you use that in Sai's Palace.
That would be so fun. Oh my god.
Like, I get it wouldn't work because he uses Akechi's Loki form, but like, come on.
he uses Call of Chaos on himself.
Yeah.
Like, that's what he does at the beginning there with that insane laughter. The reason
why
he literally uses Call of Chaos on himself and then just goes to town on the shadow.
Yeah.
Basically giving a
creating the opening and then just securing the kill. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. No, it's very cool.
Great. I love that showtime.
Hell yeah.
That seems to be the case, unfortunately. But first, I have an idea. Rather than explain it with words, I'd like you to actually see this new reality with your own eyes. I know that your friends are already enjoying it.
Because you didn't give them the choice. Let us help her.
That I cannot do. As I said before, she wishes to live in the reality where she is Kasumi. There's no way I can hand her over to you with matters as they currently are. I already told you that I won't harm her, and I'll swear by it. Don't worry about her. Go. Look at the reality I've created for you all. Once you've seen the results, I know you'll realize which future is best.
You think we'll just obey your orders?
I apologize, but you really are going through with this, even if it's by force.
We'll meet again 1 week from today, January 9th. I genuinely pray that you'll change your mind by then.
He got away. We shouldn't chase him too far. Let's say we head back for now.
Alright, gonna take a minute to read more of the things here.
Mhm.
In regards to
Spent all
Palace
that
Ruler's
time
design,
investigating the people around you so I could set you up.
Raven said, I do like the design they gave to Madarame. He had a really nice mixture of Shogun, and the famous painter Hakusai is his design. Okay.
Okay, sure.
I could see it.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I think with me, the only issue I really have is the face paint, and I think that's more because it's just not something I'm really all that used to seeing.
Yeah, a little bit of the shock factor.
Yeah. So I recognize that that's definitely more just a me thing at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Raven also had to say, I really like this Showtime with the dancing outfits on. So in reference to the Akechi Joker Showtime. Akechi looks so much less threatening in that Showtime when he's geared up to bust it down in the club, and it's very silly.
God.
Coffee Boy also had to comment, makes sense. They are two sides of the same fucked up coin. To Repressed Ego also had to add on to that. It does say on one of the billboards in the back, two sides same coin during the Showtime, and I can confirm it because I have seen that Showtime many, many times.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, it is on there, two sides same coin. Raven said, I've learned new fun trivia about Madarame now. Madarame's palace ruler form is based on the Toyotomi Hideyoshi, loyal retainer of Oda Nobunaga. Meanwhile, Yusuke's persona, Goemon, was famous for his failed assassination attempt of Hideyoshi. Huh. Neat.
That's interesting. Yeah.
That's kind of cool, actually.
Yeah.
That's more context to that palace than I didn't know. I actually really like that. Okay.
That's cool, yeah.
Coffee Boy said, have you considered this, though, Maruki? Shut up. And also, Coffee Boy did not know that about Madarame's palace.
It seems like a very niche fact, but very cool.
It is. I actually do really like that. That does add a bit of appreciation to that.
God, how has it already almost been 2 hours?
It
feels like it's been 30 minutes.
Yeah, no, because we've been talking a lot. Because this
That's
palace
true.
is where all the fucking interesting dialogue comes in.
Yeah,
or at least a good chunk of it. I think you could make some good, interesting dialogue too out of
there's
Palace.
And there's a lot of like philosophical debate going on as well, which is very fun to talk about.
I love the philosophical debates.
Yeah.
And yeah, this palace in particular is very.
This is gonna take so long.
You know what? I'm fine with that.
Oh no, same.
Again,
yeah, it's very interesting. Yeah.
And there's a lot to be said here.
Yeah,
Raven said like 45 minutes was spent on tangents and discussing on the scene of Haruki talking about Sumeri's decision to become Kasumi.
There was a lot there to unpack as well. It was worth talking about it for sure.
There's only gonna be more the deeper in we go.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Oh god.
To think, tucked Takuto Maruki, of all people, would be the mastermind behind this absurd situation.
Did he roll that R?
To think, Takuto Maruki, of all people, would be the mastermind behind
Not
this
really, but
absurd
it's close to
situation.
it.
It's borderline, yeah.
That's borderline.
It's not like the
yeah.
start of it and then he caught himself.
Coffee
He
Boy
happens
also.
to be warping the
Sorry.
very fabric of reality while ranting about making everyone's dreams come true.
Mm-hmm. Go
Coffee
ahead.
Boy also had a little comment to add of me and Sunny did talk about the moral stuff, which yes we did. We had like a little DM discussion about it.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about incomprehensible motives. I can't even wrap my head around such intentions. At any rate, we need to figure out our next steps.
I'm worried about Samurai.
I think it'd be suicide to march back in there at the moment. We need intel first. If we're going to stand up to him, we have to know more than nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do some investigating on my own. I hate that we have to do what he says, but Maruki told us we have to wait until January 9th. Let's meet up here next week.
Sorry, I'm gonna check something again here real quick. Where is that line? Yeah, I just want to compare how he said Maruki here to how he just said Maruki. Hold on.
To think, Takuto Maruki, of all people, would be the mastermind behind this absurd situation. I hate that we have to do what he says, but Maruki told us...
Okay, no, it's the same. For whatever reason, the second time it sounded like he really emphasized the MA. And I'm just like, did he say that before too? But I didn't hear quite as well on the listen back.
Although I imagine both our lives would be very different if you choose to live in this reality as your friends have been.
So this is the reality that Maruki created.
Yep.
Oh,
So like
oh,
I said, I never lied. I never lied. You are in reality.
an altered reality.
It
Not
is
an alternate reality,
yes.
an altered reality. Sorry,
Yes.
phrasing.
So as you can see, I never lied.
Yeah, I guess semantics. I apologize. But also, Hangabout, he granted Morgana's wish to be human.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I don't think ever gets explained.
Is he granting the animals' wishes too?
I think Morgana is just an exception, not the norm.
Because he's weird,
Morgana
yeah.
is sapient.
Yeah.
Yes, Morgana is sapient in a way
But
other animals.
man, that.
And you do get more context for exactly how powerful Maruki is later.
Okay.
So, yeah, don't
Interesting.
worry too much about it.
Okay. Yeah.
Raven said, Akechi, that's because you've experienced character growth while Maruki stagnated on his good-intentioned paid's road to hell.
Yeah. There's no point obsessing over it now. I should go back to my room.
See, I enjoy having the philosophical debate talks.
Oh yeah.
When we get to the philosophical debates. It happened actually a couple nights ago, when I was wrapping up Metaphor, which I have now finished. I have finished Metaphor. I've gotten at least one of the endings in Metaphor.
Oh yeah, because there would be multiple endings. Yep.
And yeah, I think I ended up extending what would have been like 2 hours to wrap up the game to like 4 hours because I was busy talking with Raven about all the shit that was going on.
Yep.
And just ranting about it. And like, piecing things together, and it's like, goddamn.
I look forward
I like
to the ending of that
talking
game.
about it.
I said I look forward to the ending of the game, being able to rant with you guys.
Yes, yeah. I will say though, like, oh god, Gria's really fucked up.
Oh yeah, no, for sure he did. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
That's just all.
His whole, yeah. He really paved the path to be the mentor that dies. He really did. Yeah. Also, Morgana, we gotta set some ground rules now that you're human. We really do. I can't have you be sleeping in the same bed with me. It's a small bed enough as it is. It was already crowded when you were a cat. This can't happen anymore. You can sleep right there on that chair. Oh, right, yeah. Oh, also, I don't think I reread Morgana. Yeah.
Right, okay, am I doing human Morgana?
Yes, you are. Figure it out.
Oh boy. Welcome home. You sure we're out late?
Okay, now to Akechi. It's me. I discovered something that I thought I should tell you right away. I called Yoshizawa-san's house to see what I'd learned. They believe she's been at training camp since yesterday. To think, Maruki really is changing our physical reality as he sees fit.
Yep.
That's
Maruki
scary.
Literally just changed it immediately.
Mm-hmm. No kidding. This is the first time I've witnessed a power that even comes close to this magnitude.
Right, you weren't around for Yaldabaoth.
Mm-hmm. Even the great phantom thieves you're so proud of fell in line with his scheme. You're going to see if you can change their minds, aren't you? Well, fine. I suppose we can use the manpower. If you actually can bring them to their senses, that is. That's wholly dependent on whether or not they're capable of leaving the reality they supposedly wished for. I'll focus on investigating Maruki further. You do what you need to do. Got it. Well, I'll reach out to you should anything come up. Good night.
Was that Akechi? You two seem to be getting along well lately. Hey, so I was thinking, why don't us Phantom Thieves all go to a hot spring together sometime? Then Lady Auden and I can.
Separate baths.
How's that sound? Perfect, right? We should ask the rest of the gang soon.
Oh, right. Hi. God, it's been so long since I had to do your voice. God damn you. Because I'm already trying to re-find Akechi. Akechi is very much more in how he talks than in his actual voice, I feel like. Whereas I feel like Maruki was very much just my normal voice, if a little bit softer. Rather than explain it with words, I'd like you to actually see this new reality with your own eyes. I feel like that. I know that your friends are already enjoying it, Bear-kun. It seems this reality is the one that Morgana wished for.
Alright, we ought to hit the hay for today. The bed may be a tad too cozy for the both of us.
Which is why you get the couch. Fuck you.
Oh well, I'll start sleeping on the sofa instead.
Plot hole in the reality. How long have we been sleeping like that in your memory? How long? How? And we're only just not coming to this conclusion?
Maruki has really screwed with their cognition, so as far as
I
I'm
know!
honest, like, even if he remembers sleeping in the same bed as Joker, to him, it will not have been all that weird up until it actually physically became a problem for him.
Yeah, Maruki just laid down the groundwork, and now the subconscious is doing what the subconscious does, and is filling in the gaps. Yeah. Yeah. Make it make sense. Because the human brain is extremely intelligent. Even if the person the brain controls may not be so. Now you're happy?
Huh? Where's this coming from? Well, yeah, I'd say I'm happy.
We used to sleep together.
Yeah, I can still remember how much you hated when I'd curl up on top of you. Oh, so you know he hates that!
Yeah, and then here's the conscious counteracting the subconscious's thought. Yep.
Wait. Curl up on... That doesn't seem right. I got captured in Kamoshida's palace, and that's when I met you guys. When we get to Mementos, I transform into,
Are you just gonna poof into a cat right now? Keep thinking it through.
Huh? Okay.
I got to be useful for humans that I admired so much. Nothing could make me happier.
What was... Sorry, I'm going out and I'm gonna go out and do some thinking for a bit. You should get some sleep.
Seems all I can do now is wait.
Alright. Earlier, Raven said, I wanted to be present in voice chat when she finished the game, lol. Grius is the true villain of Metaphor. For legal reasons, this is a joke. Raven also commented, I just hated that Morgana wanted to be a human so that he could seduce An, even though in my most recent playthrough where she was a girlfriend for 75% of the game.
God.
Coffee Boy said, so tomorrow we start getting the Phantom Thieves back to their senses. Also, Morgana, I will slap you. But the cat brain is not.
Oh, it's not powerful. Yeah.
Not powerful at all. Prestigo said, when you picked, we used to sleep together. Joker, that's your cat! Calm down! Referring to the choice, he's one hand. Oh, that was referring to the choice. He's
honestly,
guy.
Works for both. Works for both.
Honestly, works for both.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why I kind of paused at the options. I'm like, these might as well be the same thing.
Yeah.
But I feel like we used to sleep together would poke that hole a little bit further and make them think, which it did. Hey, I'm sure either one of them probably would have worked though.
Yeah, either one of them technically works.
Yeah.
But, like,
I like that dialogue though. Yeah, I used to curl up on top of you and you would hate it. Wait a minute.
Joker immediately going, I knew you knew I hated it, you fucker!
Oh god, I definitely look forward to seeing the rest of this game. Seems it's becoming. God, the story is so interesting now.
Oh yeah.
Alright, but for tonight, we're gonna go ahead and call the stream there. Yeah. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Good night.
Where's my mouse? There it is. Bye.